Hello, good evening, and welcome to the TV podcast. As always, I'm joined by the king of all media. It's the one and only Mr. Greg Scott. How are you, Greg?
I'm fine and I'm ready to go.
Channel 4 has announced that Nigella Lawson will replace Prue Leith as the judge on the Great British Bake Off. Are you excited?
I know Paul Hollywood will be. He's a right randy one, isn't he? He's going to be so excited.
Is he still on that show?
Yeah.
So he's the last...
If he wasn't, he'd be coming back to it now.
So he's the last one from the very beginning. He was
yes,
the original
of all of
guy.
them, yeah.
He must be on some huge money.
Oh, huge wonga.
Yeah.
Doesn't he do the American version as well, doesn't he?
It's the American one.
I think so. The Great American Bake Off.
You know quite a lot of stuff about telly, don't you?
I know everything there is to know.
Do you know this is the only big success that Channel 4 actually has?
And it wasn't even a Channel 4 show
I
to
know.
begin with.
I was looking at their numbers, and it's very rare they ever get anything over 1 million. This will always do 4, 5, 6 million on catch-up. Nothing comes close.
No.
I think that says more about their commissioning than it does about that show. Now, I'm very disappointed because Nigella, she's a beautiful woman. I'm glad she's got another gig. I thought it was going to be Brooklyn Beckham. Because Brooklyn Beckham is amazing in the kitchen. He's an incredible talent. If you've ever seen him make a sandwich, he went on the NBC Today show. He made a sandwich because at one point he was considering being a chef.
Yeah.
He can make a bacon sandwich like nobody else.
And his nouvelle cuisine, his bean on toast. Oh, amazing.
Bean on toast.
Oh,
he's very
amazing.
good at making bean on toast.
Yes.
And
he's been on television.
And he's been on television.
Yep.
And he's so easy to get along with. He never falls out with anyone. He would have been amazing as a judge on the Great British Bake Off.
Why didn't he think of him?
I know, it's a real shame. Britain's Got Talent is returning for its 19th season with an exciting new guest judge. Now, would you like to know who it is?
Depending on who it is, no. Or yes.
It's the one and only Stacey Solomon.
Oh, God, of course it is.
Are you excited?
Stacey Solomon. I mean, what did she come in the X Factor? 5th, 6th? She started out as a singer and now she's a cleaner.
The problem with these types of shows is once I've seen them, I've seen them. So I watched it when, what was her name? That lovely lady that everybody was stunned that she could sing.
Oh, Susan Boyle, yeah.
Right? And I never understood Susan Boyle, average-looking woman, great voice, and they were shocked by that.
Slightly below average.
What? Oh, you thought she was a stunner?
Below average.
Oh, really? Not a fan?
Well, unless you like a beard.
I think Susan Boyle should be on the panel. I don't understand why she's not a judge. She's the most famous person from the show. Also, Paul Potts, who had the misfortune of being played by James Corden. I mean,
oh, God. Well,
can we just point that out, right? Paul Potts, very talented man, wins Britain's Got Talent, a bit of opera. We all have a bit of that.
Yeah.
Says, guess what? Hollywood's come calling. We're going to make a movie on you.
Yeah.
Who's playing me? Is it George Clooney? Is it Brad Pitt? No, it's James Corden.
But to be fair, I mean, who else is famous of a similar build to Paul Potts? Don't say me or I'll smash your face in. I will jump across this table and break your jaw and pull out your face.
Christopher Biggins. Much like you on the Manjaro, Biggins has lost a lot of weight. So what I like is when you were larger, you looked very much like Biggins. Then Biggins lost all the weight. Now you've lost all the weight. You're going to look like him again.
So I still look like Biggins.
I
can't win, can I?
Well, no. It's not that you look like him. He looks like you.
So do I now look like Paul Potts, but with glasses on?
Yes.
No.
Which means that we'll have to make a movie based on your life with James Corden.
This is getting very complicated.
Yeah. Now, an ITV spokesman said Britain's Got Talent maintained its position as ITV's biggest entertainment show in 2025 with 5.9 million viewers. And what's amazing is I haven't made it up. That was in the press release.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, that's amazing how times have changed, that you're bigging up your show as the biggest hit of the year for the channel with 5.9 million viewers.
Well, when the aforementioned Susan Boyle came second to Diversity in 2009, 19 million viewers. 19 million.
You see, what I would do is I would bring back Susan and Diversity and form a super group with them. That would bring in the audience.
So you're saying that you would like to see Susan Boyle in a leotard jumping around with Ashley Banjo?
Yes, something for the dads.
Which dads?
All of them.
Okay.
Your dad would love that.
He would. He's dead.
Now, an ITV spokesman said viewers love watching the auditions, especially when they are performers who've appeared on other versions of the show around the world. They especially love the bits where we cut to the audience members looking shocked or rolling their eyes. Why do you think we love those bits so much?
Yeah, we absolutely adore them, don't we? I can't
bear it. Do you think Britain's Got Talent is a little bit, how do you say, overproduced?
Completely. And talking of such things, one of the better quizzes at the moment, for me, is Ant and Dec's Limitless Win.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're a fan?
I actually like the gameplay. I think Ant and Dec, because they're off the autocue, we've had this conversation before, they've been too tied to autocue for too long. We see some of the real them that we used to see on Saturday mornings with Limitless Win. So that for me works. The contestants, the casting of the contestants, they are still the wrong sort of people for me, for contestants, for British quiz shows, because they're still very, look at me, they have that sort of TikTok influencer vibe about them. But I watched the episode from the other week where a couple won £750,000. And it was very difficult to get happy for them in the first place because they seemed so like they were acting it.
Well, you're also a miserable git.
There's that as well. But when they won it and they went backstage, they have cameras backstage to get a reaction. Now, for me, those cameras should be handheld, should be wobbly shots, to make it feel real, to get a genuine reaction.
Yeah.
But no, it's all these soft focus and it's beautifully lit and it looks fake. I'm not for one moment suggesting it is, but it looks fake. And I just don't understand the thinking process behind doing it like that.
I think so shoot it like
you were going to say you think I'm right, don't you? I
do
right.
think you're right. I think I'm
damn right.
I haven't seen this, but from what you've just said, it should be shot a little bit like the Jeremy Kyle show, where they would have handheld cameras which would follow them behind the scenes, and you really felt like you were looking behind the curtain.
Wobbling like fuck everywhere.
Wobbling like fuck, real. Is that the technical term?
That's what I used to do in front of a camera.
I worked with Greg for many years, and he did wobble like fuck.
In front of a camera.
In front of a camera. That's why the viewers loved you.
But not with Bonnie Blue.
I think that's really interesting what you just said there.
I only say interesting things, fascinating things, and occasionally funny things.
An ITV spokesman said viewers love Stacey Solomon and can't wait to see what she does next. Channel 4 has commissioned a new series called Mission to Space with Francis Bourgeois. In the show, the TikTok train-spotting sensation will chase his childhood dream of becoming an astronaut. Are you excited?
It's one of those dilemmas for me because I think he's fantastic in the world of TikTok. You're munching up your face there like a munchkin.
I think he's overrated. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I mean, as usual... I know we get a lot of hate mail for this show. I'm aware that I will get the hate mail for once for saying that, but I think he's overrated. And also, do you think a train spotter can really be an astronaut?
He's very good on little 2-3 minute, not even that, TikToks. But stretched over 2 45-minute episodes, I don't know. I've not seen the entire show, so I don't know how he's come across. I've not seen any feedback either.
But the show also has one giant problem.
What's that?
Which is he wants to go into space.
Yeah.
He's training to go into space.
Yeah.
He doesn't go into space. There's no space going.
Well, there's no point in the show then, is there?
Yeah, I could train to be an astronaut, but if I don't go up there, who cares?
So what's the big payoff in the series? Once the second show finishes, what's the big payoff?
Well, apparently, this is how Channel 4 sold the show.
Right.
They said in the first episode, the train spotter is filmed violently vomiting as he's spun around in a zero-gravity flight cabin.
That's worth watching.
That's the highlight of the show.
That's worth watching.
So when you're selling a show, that's what you sell it on.
Right, so they went to Channel 4, the production company, and said, we can show you Francis Bourgeois chundering, doing a Technicolor yawn.
Yeah. Now, if I wanted to sell this show to Channel 4...
Shouting soup.
We've done this show for, 12 years now, and we've done a year on telly.
Yeah.
If I wanted to say to Channel 4, you need to put this show on the TV, I would say... in the first episode, Greg will be seen violently vomiting as we discuss Stephen Mulhern. That's how you sell the show, and that's how they've sold this show.
It would work.
It would.
Well, it's worked with this.
But I think VoxPod would be very unhappy that you vomited all over their lovely desk.
VoxPod, the very fine company that owns this studio. Now, hire it yourselves now.
Do you remember Johnny Vaughan did something like this once for Channel 4 when he sent lots of people up into space?
What was it called?
I think it's called Space Cadets.
Yes.
And he sent all these people up into space.
Yeah.
They thought they were flying around the space station.
But it was bollocks, wasn't it?
They made it all up.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're doing here. But maybe you're just seeing him train, but they're not actually sending him to space.
I mean, he's obviously the draw for the show.
Yes.
So I wonder if they've paid him fairly or if they've taken advantage of the lad.
I mean, look, when you look at most Channel 4 shows, especially documentaries or things where you follow people on a journey.
Documentaries.
People don't get paid anymore in telly.
No.
It's just not like that. And actually, if I was his agent, I'd say do it because it's a million eyeballs who see you, who then go to your Instagram and see what you're flogging. That's how it works now. It's a different world.
You see, when you say that, go to his agent. The very fact that he's got an agent, I mean, it's remarkable, isn't it?
Well, I've got an issue with this guy.
Go on.
Yes, and this is a bit of an exclusive.
You're going to upset people.
And I know that quite often on this show, I have my tongue in my cheek. I don't know if you've ever noticed that.
Sometimes I can barely tell what you're saying.
It's been spoken about. But so I live in Kingston upon Thames.
How do you now?
And once I was standing waiting for the train on the platform, and next to me was Francis Bourgeois.
Oh.
This was a couple of years ago. And
Okay.
I think he lives in the area.
Did he have his camera with him?
No.
Funny face
and
camera?
I was very excited because as the train was coming in, I thought I'm going to witness one of these moments we've all witnessed on TikTok, which is him falling in love with the trains as they're coming in. The train came in. He could not care less. He was not interested.
Because there was no filming. There was no...
Maybe I'm wrong, but I just thought this guy's a big fake. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he was having an off day. But that's what I saw.
I mean, in fairness, you do get, people act... I mean, you don't expect Joe Pasquale to walk down the street and be all silly and daft and everything. So,
no, but if Joe Pasquale was obsessed with buses...
Yes, which he is.
He might look at a bus with some passion. This guy did not do that with trains.
Have you ever looked at a bus with passion?
No, but I don't pretend to. I don't have a TikTok account with me almost shagging a bus every time I see it.
No, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Disney Plus has commissioned a new series called Castleman with Alan Carr.
Oh,
in the show, national treasure Alan Carr...
I wish he was treasure. I'd bury him 6 foot underground. But sorry, go on.
...will purchase and run a historic castle. Are you excited?
No. Already, we've got the overkill. I wondered how long it would take for anybody to be sick of Alan Carr after his Celebrity Traitors win. And here we are. We're at that saturation point already. He's doing that thing with Amanda Holden. He's doing a thing with Susie Dent, which is about to start on Channel 4. And Castleman? Is that meant to sound a bit like Chatty Man? Is it Alan Carr? Alan Carr? A man, middle-aged, with spectacles, gappy teeth.
Alan Carr's on the phone.
What do you want? Yeah, look, mate, just have a few days off, all right? Right. Yeah, I know you want to buy a castle, but there's no point in... What's the point
Let him buy
ramming your riches down other people's throats when they're struggling to buy a loaf of bread? What? No, I can't tell what you're saying. No. File your teeth down and come back to me.
Now, a Disney spokesman said after spending his 20s in comedy clubs, his 30s in TV studios, and his 40s becoming a national treasure, Alan Carr is now ready to take on the biggest gig of his life, purchasing and running a historic castle. Now, I've got to tell you, this series will be a hit because it's produced by the same team behind Clarkson's Farm. Now, I don't think you've ever watched it. I really love that show, and it's incredibly well produced. So I think this will be a great show, but I think his agents have done an amazing deal because since Traitors, the BBC don't pay much. So his Amanda Holden thing wouldn't be much.
Of course he's good. Is this Disney?
Yeah. Channel 4 wouldn't have been much at all. No. But he would have got an insane payday. And also...
enough to buy a castle.
Yeah. And for Disney to commission any show just around one person, they truly believe that subscribers will be driven to their platform purely for him, that he will drive new subscribers. That's the only reason why Disney have bought this show. So do you think he will drive 20, 30, 40,000 new subscribers to Disney+?
I cannot extrapolate my views on Alan Carr across everybody. I get that. I know that. I know there are people who like him. But there was a promo that came on for this show with Susie Dent that's starting on Channel 4.
It's about geniuses, isn't it?
It's Secret Genius or something like that.
You should go on that.
And I heard his voice, and it just makes me reach for the remote control. It makes me reach and it makes me retch. Honestly, it's just...
Okay, Greg,
we know he doesn't talk like that. Talk properly for a start.
Greg, we rarely disagree.
Oh,
but I have to say...
Don't say it.
I have to say, Celebrity Traitors, which was by far the biggest show of last year, and it will be the biggest show this year, I thought he was wonderful on that show, and I do think he's a national treasure. I know you say he's accentuating certain things. So was Frankie Howard. So was Kenneth Williams. He's just in that mould.
But no. Frankie Howard's voice... Can you, William... But he's so fake.
They all sound the same, those three voices you've just done.
Shut your face. Nobody talks like that. Nobody talks like that without putting it on. And if you put it on, you're fake. And if you're fake, you're disingenuous and you don't come across...
Okay, let me challenge you on that.
Challenge me, Chuck.
We both love Harry Hill.
Yes, we do.
Right, Harry Hill puts it on big time. Yeah. I love Harry Hill.
Yeah.
He puts it on big time.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Because he's not...
He's a character. Alan's a character.
No, but it's not the same. Alan's voice is too fake. Nobody speaks like that. I mean, we might get... I know Lee Peart, who's one of his best mates, used to do the warm-up on Loose Women before the audience
Doesn't he write Not Going Out? I think he writes Not Going Out, doesn't he?
Not sure.
Yeah, I think he does.
Not sure.
I think he does.
Anyway, you might do, you might not.
I think he does.
That's not what I was talking about.
I think he does.
Well, think again, bastard. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, yeah. No, it's gone.
Now, a Disney spokesman said everything Alan touches turns to gold. Why do you think that everything Alan touches turns to gold?
It doesn't.
A Disney spokesman said it does.
It doesn't. They have tried for so long to get him away. They've tried. They've given him vehicle after vehicle after vehicle. Sadly, none of them have hit him.
Do you remember Grease Night Live?
Grease Night Live!
You and I did an amazing review of that on one of our first ever podcasts.
He did. It was a live show. He hosted it, and there was very little autocue, and it was all over the place. It was badly produced, but it really showed him up. It showed his weaknesses. It showed what he could not do.
Friday Night Project was pretty good.
Friday Night Project, yeah, but that was recorded. You know, you can edit anything, can't you? You can edit anything to make someone look good.
I would never edit this show. Now, Bruce Forsyth is back in the news this week after it was revealed that his mansion has been abandoned and left to rot since he died 9 years ago.
I saw that, yeah.
His wife sold it for £6 million and nobody has moved in.
So why buy it?
So it's really sad. I was looking at it. It's got a 10-seater cinema, 10 bedrooms, library, gymnasium, swimming pool, spa, wine cellar. It was sold to a businesswoman in Bulgaria. So I think she bought it purely as an investment. You see this quite a lot overseas. You know, people overseas, especially China, Russians do it as well. They just buy properties and they leave them. Yeah. But it's so sad because Bruce was such an icon, and he loved that house, and it was a beautiful place.
Because they did it was like a reality show. Him and Will Nealia,
Mark Wogan, who I work with a lot, he is trying to sell his dad's house, the late Terry, and he can't sell it as well. It's just very interesting because I feel like maybe there's a show about all these icons and their homes and how they can't be sold. It's like Through the Keyhole, but kind of one for dead celebrities. Is there something in that?
Do you think that they are actually haunted by these dead celebrities?
Well, I have to say, if the late Bruce was haunting that place, I think somebody would buy it. It would be hilarious.
I would.
But do you remember about 6 months ago, the London Palladium revealed that Bruce is haunting them?
The ghost of Brucey.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe they can convince Bruce to leave the London Palladium and go back home.
Well, who's his agent?
Now, as I said, this was sold to a businesswoman in Bermuda. Who do you think this is?
You said Bulgaria.
Oh, no, she's moved. She's moved since.
Okay,
she just keeps buying houses.
Yeah, she's now bought a Bermudan celebrity's house.
So she's now living in Bermuda with a Bulgarian. Why is she buying houses of dead celebrities?
It's real life Monopoly, isn't it?
Do you think, I mean, you've got a bit of a following. Do you think when you're dead and buried, she might buy your house in Scarborough?
Maybe not that house, but she might buy the council house that I was brought up on Beck Lane in Macclesfield.
Now, I know a little bit about this place because I believe
Beck
that
Lane in Macclesfield?
Yes, that there is a signed autograph of Kenny Everett in that house.
There is.
I know.
Oh, there was?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
It's
if
probably
my
still there
father
in the
sold
loft.
It. Yeah.
Is your dad, so your dad's not there anymore?
No, he's dead. He's dead. He's probably partying with Bruce.
But I can point out, I mean, just so you don't think I'm a sick individual, you hated your dad, so we can laugh about this.
Loathsome
So
man.
let's just have a good laugh about Greg's dad, who's now no longer here. Oh, it's your dad?
Hello, Dad. Yes. Yeah, no, but I can say these things now you're dead. No, because what are you going to do about it, you arsehole? Yeah. All right. See you, bye.
A Channel 4 spokesman said, viewers love Greg's dad and can't wait to see who he haunts next. Loose Women has been criticised after ITV relaunched the iconic daytime show without a studio audience. ITV decided to axe the live audience last year in a desperate bid to save money. They are struggling. What do you think of the exciting new look?
We were talking about Lee Peart earlier on when we were talking about Alan Carr, best mates with him. And poor Lee used to do the warm-up. I think he did 8 years of Woo Slimming. We can edit that. Woo Slimming warm-up. And, yeah, he's out of work now. Well, out of work as far as that gig was concerned, which was very, very financially agreeable to him.
I think that's a really interesting point that nobody's picked up on, that a lot of the TV shows now in the UK and actually in the US, they're starting to do it. They're getting rid of live studio audiences.
Oh, it's terrible.
You remember in the 80s and the 70s, American sitcoms would always have to say, Cheers is filmed before a live studio audience. And the reason for that is because people didn't trust that the audience were there. We're going to have to go back to doing that here because so many shows now are filled full of taped studio audiences. Yeah. A lot of warm-up guys will lose their careers over this.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so few shows now that have a live audience. Luckily for Andy Collins, who's like the number one, and Stuart Hold'em, great warm-up guys, and they still do the majority of what's left. But their diaries have taken a big hit. And it's, luckily for Andy Collins, he does breakfast on BBC Three Counties Radio.
So he's got the best of both worlds.
He's got the boast of both worlds.
Now, do you think the atmosphere on the show has changed since they've lost the studio audience?
Completely. It's a completely different programme. I've mentioned before how having a studio audience impacts the performance of a performer.
Yeah.
How it affects Bradley Walsh when he does The Chase. The standard civvy version of The Chase, so different to when he's got an audience for the celebrity version.
Now, I didn't know that.
Out of him. Yeah.
I didn't know daytime had no audience.
No audience.
So why do they only bring an audience in for the primetime show?
I guess they've got a slightly bigger budget.
So the budgets are that tight now?
I think so, yeah. It's remarkable. It's you've got to, particularly when you have a personality like Bradley, who clearly revels having an audience and getting that immediate reaction. It makes such a difference. And yeah, you might be saving money, but at what actual cost to the production?
Also, did you see that The Chase is coming back with a new series?
Oh.
And it's called The Chase Around the World.
I love The Chase.
I believe it's a bit like Race Across the World.
Yeah.
So Bradley Walsh is running around the world trying to find the chasers. Is that the format?
I don't know.
But I don't blame ITV. It's very difficult to have hits on that channel. So what they're going to do is they're going to look at something successful and go, how do we milk it? Because they're thinking so short term now. They're not thinking beyond 5 years. They're thinking beyond the next 6 months.
You're talking about milking it. Imagine The Chase as a tit, right? And they've milked it, and this tit now is so...
Oh, it's the head of ITV.
Hello. Yes, we're talking about your milky tits.
Matt Damon has criticised Netflix, saying producers are being asked to dumb down movies so they can be understood while audiences scroll on their phones.
Oh.
I think this is a real shame, and it's only a matter of time until I think this comes to television as well, if it hasn't come already.
Oh, it has, definitely. I mean, this is the thing. You have to think about viewers, what they do during programmes. That's what people do. nowadays. You know, particularly if it's a show where, like Traitors, where everybody's tweeting at the same time, offering their opinions and all that sort of thing, see if people agree or disagree with them. And that's the way television's gone. To say dumb it down, I suppose you've got to, because your mind is only half on it. So, yeah, you've got to make it easy enough to follow that you're only half watching it. So maybe we should
be doing that here. Maybe we should constantly be like, oh, it's the TV podcast. It's Greg Scott. He was on Quizmania. He's got a blue tie on today. I'm Chuck. Just constantly remind people who we are, what we're doing.
People know who we are.
People don't know who we are.
We are superstars. Well, at least I am.
Now, Matt Damon said producers are being asked to reiterate the plot 3 or 4 times during every film so viewers don't get confused. And I've seen this. Like, I've actually seen this, and it's really weird. And it's like, so there's always this kind of thing when you watch films where right at the beginning, somebody will say something like, well, being my sister, you would say that. There's a lot of that, you know. Or, you know, well, I do work in the city. I've got a head for numbers. They do that quite a lot. But now what I've noticed is you get those sort of things 3 or 4 times there during a film. And it's just like, why is he saying that?
Just a little reminder.
Yeah, it's quite scary that's where we are. He also said, rather than spending all the money on the big finale, this is interesting, Netflix now want the big explosions in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So when it comes to watching films, they want your attention straight away.
Yeah.
Greg, I've got some good news for you.
Believe that when I hear it.
Celebs Go Dating is coming back for its 16th series on E4.
I can't get excited, but go on.
Now, this year, they promised bigger stars than ever before. Looking for love.
That tongue's in your cheek again, isn't it?
They've done really well. Looking for love, we have Colleen Nolan from the Nolan sisters.
Gosh, she's got some looking to do, hasn't she?
We have David Potts, who's famous for never wearing trousers.
God,
I don't know who that is.
David Potts.
We've got the legendary Gabby Allen from Love Island.
Gabby Allen!
Do you think they'll find love?
Do you think they want to find love, or do they just want to try and up their profile?
Well, last night, I looked back for the previous 15 seasons because I wanted to see how many people have fallen in love. I'm very tired. I was up all night watching this.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see how many have found love and gotten married. How many do you think in 15 seasons have found love and got married?
Let me round this up. None.
Yes.
Zero. Zero zip.
So I've got a theory, which is I think the people doing Celebs Go Dating may only be doing it for fame.
To get on telly.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, the very fact that they're called celebs in the first place is a joke.
David Potts is famous for not wearing trousers.
Brilliant. I wonder if it's hard to tell which one, when you watch it, which ones are the celebrities and which are the punters.
Comedy legend Steve Pemberton is the latest name rumoured to be joining the next series of Celebrity Traitors. Now, everybody's asked. I know Chris Evans was asked, but he turned it down. Zoe Ball is considering it. Cheryl Tweedy is also considering it. So
whatever her surname is this week.
I believe she's going back to Tweedy now.
Is she now?
So I thought this would be a good time for us to share our Desert Island discs, our favourite, most loved celebrities that we would like to see on Celebrity Traitors.
Marianne Mashiri.
I don't know who that is.
BBC News. She's fantastic.
I don't know who that is.
She's always injecting bits of humour into
Your favourite person on TV is someone I've never heard of.
I haven't said she's my favourite person, but I think she'll be fantastic.
I don't get the whole newsreader thing. I don't know why they're treated as stars. Do you know how easy it is to be an autocue?
She is a star.
I've got Philip Schofield on my list because he does want to make a comeback. He went to the island on Channel 5.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm interested to see. Will the nation ever forgive him? I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I would like to see him on the
And of course,
there's
a question, is there anything, this is not me, this is not my opinion, but in the eyes of a lot of people, is there anything actually to forgive him about?
Well, that's a good question. And also, I would throw into that nomination Michael Barrymore. Now, I have to say, Michael Barrymore would be the greatest person ever for this show because he is incredibly layered. He's a very complicated man.
Yeah.
He's a huge hit on TikTok now with the kids.
Yeah.
The kids know him for TikTok because he likes to go and buy sweets.
Yeah.
And then we know him for Strike It Lucky because he was the most incredible game show host in the 80s and 90s.
So right across the range of audience that you've got.
And the thing about Michael is, and I say this as a huge fan, he always looks incredibly guilty of something. He's just got a guilty face, right? He always looks like, and he's not. He's a lovely guy. He's a great guy, but he just looks a bit guilty. And I would love to see him on the show as a faithful.
Even before the incident.
Yeah.
He when he was as himself.
Yeah.
He had this aura. He gave off this aura of what's up, mate.
And I love Michael Barrymore. I think he's an absolute genius. But I just think seeing him on that show as a faithful, I think you'd think he was a traitor every week.
What about Daniel Roche?
Who's that?
Daniel Roche played Ben in Outnumbered.
Oh, yes, I love him. He's a big lad now.
He's huge. He's so muscly and ripply. Well, I tell you what, I mean, they did that.
That remake was awful.
The Christmas special, not this Christmas gone, the Christmas dreadful.
Two big problems there.
Yeah.
Number one, the kids grew up and couldn't act, which can happen. You know, quite often, child stars can't always become great actors.
Yeah.
Secondly, it wasn't funny. There wasn't one joke, and we used to love that show.
The original Outnumbered was
amazing,
fantastic, and that Christmas special
fell off a cliff.
Well, I think it'd be fabulous.
Yeah, he would.
Your turn.
I've got. It sounds like a joke, but it's not. Bez from the Happy Mondays. Everybody knows Bez, but we don't really know Bez. Put Bez in there. Let's find out what he's all about.
Would you put his maracas in there as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Andy Murray.
Yes, and I'd have him in there with his mum.
Yes.
Put them both in there. And they're both,
I never thought that.
They're both Scots, so you don't have to spend a lot of money on travel.
Yeah, that's true.
They live around the corner.
But he's got a fantastic sense of humour. He really
his mum's a character as well.
Yeah. I think it'd be a fantastic vehicle for him.
The thing about him is he's so rich, he would just have to want to do it.
Yeah.
But I think we're at a stage now with that show where people want to do it.
Absolutely. I mean, who doesn't want to be on the biggest show that there is?
I think you're going to see I know I say this as a joke quite often, but I think you're going to see the biggest stars on that show. I think some huge A-listers will do that
some of the names I've got on my list, mate.
And I know if I was ITV, and I know Ant and Dec have a golden handcuff deal. If I was ITV, I would let them do that. 2 weeks. They only shoot for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. It would be the best advert for your biggest stars, and I would love to see those two playing that game.
Absolutely. Understood. Your turn.
Well, let's do one last one for me. Psychic Sally. And I tell you why.
Oh!
She makes out that she's a psychic. She can see the future. Well, let's see how good you are because, we can put you to the test on that show.
Is that Sally Morgan?
Yes. Don't say she's dead.
No. I read the other day she's starting an OnlyFans.
Hold on. I actually knocked my mic. I was so shocked.
Thumped your microphone in.
Psychic Sally is starting an OnlyFans.
She's about 70 years old. She is starting an OnlyFans. I've no idea. But this is what I heard.
Psychic
Sally Morgan is starting an OnlyFans.
Not Psychic Simon.
Nope.
Psychic Simon.
Not Psychic
Psychic Sally.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Google it.
I didn't see that coming. Hey.
Yeah, there we go.
We've got to whiz on to the next topic because we're running out of time.
Oh, let me just finish my list. We don't have to discuss them. Penelope Keith.
Great.
Moira Stewart. Stephen Merchant. Thelma Barlow.
Oh, I love her, yeah.
Yeah. Luke Littler.
Oh, he would be an amazing booking.
Joanna Lumley.
Yeah, oh, she'll definitely do that. I would put money on that right now.
Yeah.
I bet you a tenner she's going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, you're making that bet.
Yeah.
You're going to lose a tenner.
I know, it was my choice, so you lose a tenner. Farrell Hegarty.
She's so funny.
Incredible on Instagram.
Every time I see a clip of her,
yeah,
very funny lady on Instagram, every single time I think she should be on Saturday Night Live UK.
Absolutely.
And I bet you she won't be.
She's extraordinarily talented. She's also on Coronation Street.
Is she?
Yeah, she's a Coronation Street actress. Holly Hamilton. Spoken about her before on this podcast. Amazing presenter. Should be huge. And the youngest traitor of all time, Dexter Sol Ansel.
Oh, yes.
He'd be amazing.
He would be.
Well, for anyone who doesn't know, he's in, what's it called?
It's the spin-off from the Game of Thrones. It's the prequel, isn't it?
The prequel,
on Sky Atlantic.
Yeah.
Yes, very talented young guy. We know his mother very well.
We do.
He's going to be a huge star, and he would be great. I don't know if there's an age limit on that show, but there really should be.
Smash it.
Do you know who'd be great on that show as well?
Go on.
There's a little kid, and he's in BBC sitcoms quite a lot. He did Comic Relief, he's very funny.
And he was in the Christmas show, which was produced by Spencer.
Finding Father Christmas.
Finding Father Christmas.
Anyway, little kid, very talented. We don't know his name. He should be in it.
Yep.
Channel 5 have commissioned a new drama called The Downfall of Huw Edwards. In the show, the BBC News presenter will be played by Martin Clunes. Now, the show is going to explore how a teenager was groomed by one of the most powerful figures in television. This is going to be huge. And it's incredible that Channel 5 are doing it, because I guess the BBC couldn't touch it. Maybe ITV were thinking about it. Everybody's going to be watching this show.
I mean, it's a great booking for Channel 5, getting Martin Clunes to play Edwards.
And he looks like him. They did a publicity shoot.
Yeah.
Now, he was famous for presenting the wedding of William and Kate. He also presented the wedding of Harry and Meghan, the funeral of Prince Philip.
And the Queen, he broke the death of the Queen.
He did. He wasn't involved in the death of the Queen.
No.
There were no charges there. No charges. So he was that much of a big deal.
But all that footage, which should be widely available to view and to be shown on clip show after clip show, now, like certain editions of Top of the Pops, they're not going to show those clips.
That's a really good point.
It's a really full of good points.
So it's quite interesting. So obviously he's a complicated character. New biopic coming out on him, and I believe you've made a list of other complicated characters who also deserve biopics.
I think so, and the people who should play them.
Okay.
All right. So, for instance, Michael Jackson.
Very complicated.
Complicated, controversial. Who would play him?
Lenny Henry.
Janet Jackson. They look exactly the same.
Oh, that's very true.
Look exactly the same.
I don't know. He looked a bit like a middle-aged white woman at the end, though, didn't he?
That's true, but so does Janet Jackson.
I thought you were going to say Janet Street Porter.
Back to Alan Carr again. Yeah. Roseanne Barr. Who would play Roseanne Barr?
Oh, wow, that's a great... who could play her? Well, she could play herself, surely.
Gemma Collins.
Gemma Collins.
Gemma Collins would play Roseanne Barr.
So, for many years, you have criticised Gemma Collins, but now you're suggesting she should be put forward for this big money biopic.
Only in looks.
Okay.
Bill Cosby. Who would play Bill Cosby?
Oh, that would be an incredible... Chris Rock.
Gary Wilmot.
Gary Wilmot?
Gary Wilmot.
I remember Gary Wilmot.
Gary Wilmot would
He had a
Bill
huge
Cosby.
hit in 1992 with The Bare Necessities. Do you remember that?
He had a huge hit of a TV show. It was a freakish... I don't know what was on the other side at the time, but there was a show he did about 1990 called Q Gary.
Really?
It was a Saturday.
I heard he's
Saturday
making
tea time thing, and it was on during the summer when the ratings were lower. One edition of Q Gary, 6 o'clock Saturday evening, got 10.8 million viewers.
Was this the prequel to QI?
Ah, very good.
Do you know he's making a comeback to Death in Paradise?
Gary Wilmot.
Gary Wilmot.
Very talented guy.
Let's see if we can get Gary on the show.
He's a very talented guy.
You never know.
Charlie Sheen. Who will play Charlie Sheen?
Oh, well, Martin Sheen.
No. David Walliams.
Well, who's going to play David Walliams? I know who could play David Walliams.
That's a good point. Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
There we go.
They could do each other.
Swap.
I think David would enjoy that.
O.J. Simpson. Who'd play O.J. Simpson?
Oh, Lenny Henry.
Gary Wilmot. Gary Wilmot. Gary Coleman.
What's Gary Wilmot?
Gary Wilmot on his knees.
Yes.
Gary Coleman from Different Strokes.
Yes.
R. Kelly.
Who would play Gary Wilmot?
No, P. Diddy. And who would play P. Diddy?
Gary Wilmot.
No, R. Kelly. There we go.
I mean, I think we've solved it. Oh, I think we should get Channel 5 on the phone.
We've got Channel 5. We've got Channel 5.
Can we get Channel 5 on the phone? Here we go. We've got Channel 5.
Yeah, hello, Ben. Yeah. We've got it. Yeah, we've got all. Yeah, for the next 3 years. Yeah. What? Gary Wilmot's not available.
Sally Lindsay. Get Sally Lindsay.
Get Sally Lindsay in to play P. Diddy. Yeah, okay.
Well, on that bombshell, that's all we have time for on this month's TV podcast. Greg, thank you very much for joining us on air. And before we go, Greg's going to show us one of his dirty magazines that he's bought in. Let's have a quick look at what have you bought in? Oh, it's an early edition of the Radio Times.
From the very week that I was born.
What, the 20s?
1969. Look at that, March 1969. Radio Times. It says here, Music Sunday, music in colour. How can you have music in colour?
Who's on the front cover?
I think it's the black and white minstrels without their makeup on.
Hold on, I think that's a very early edition of Love Island.
It looks like
it is, isn't it?
Hello. But it's a brilliant read. In fact, look, if I just hold that up to look at that there. Amazing.
And also, one other thing, we've got a Yorkshire Television magazine that contains a photo of you
Well, yeah.
On the countdown set. Why don't you show it to the kids?
They used to send these out to the production companies, Yorkshire Television Studios, to try and flog their facilities. And inside there was a brochure. I only found this in a cupboard the other day. And look at it, and the centre pages, if I hold that there.
Look at that.
There's Richard Whiteley talking to the audience, and there's me having just warmed up the audience, and he's warming them down.
Well, that's all we have time for with Greg Scott and his Dirty Magazines. We'll see you next month on the TV podcast.